So now the first thing I want you to understand, if you really want to wake up, is that you don't want to wake up. The first step to understanding or to waking up is to be honest enough to admit to yourself that you don't like it. You don't want to be happy. You want a little test? Let's try it. It'll take you exactly 1 minute. You could close your eyes while you're doing this little exercise. You could keep your eyes open. Doesn't really matter. But listen to this. Think of someone you so-called love very much. Someone you're close to. Someone who is precious to you. And say, I'd rather have happiness than have you. And see what happens. I'd rather be happy than have you. If I had a choice, no question about it, I'd choose happiness. How many people felt selfish when they said this? Would you raise your hands? Isn't that wonderful? See how we've been brainwashed? See how we've been brainwashed into thinking, how could you be so selfish? Look who's being selfish. Just imagine somebody says, how could you be so selfish that you choose happiness over me? Who's being selfish now? How could you be so selfish that you would demand that I choose you above my happiness?
When I was a child in the 8th grade, a Jesuit cousin of my mother gave the Traore at the Jesuit church in Milwaukee, and he opened each of the conferences with this word, for the test of love is sacrifice, and the gauge of love is unselfishness. So I think you should love it.
That's marvelous. She speaks about a Jesuit who says, the test of love is sacrifice. And the gauge of love is selflessness, unselfishness. But now tell me, would you want me to love you at the cost of my happiness?
Yes.
She said yes. Isn't that delightful? You're great. You're tremendous. You're tremendous. Now, what's your name?
Claire.
Okay, Claire. Now, wouldn't that be wonderful that you would love me at the cost of your happiness, and I would love you at the cost of my happiness, and you got two unhappy people, but long live love.